Hey everyone, if you've been interested in purchasing a fiber optic temperature sensing system, I've got a great comparison for you between Osensa and Optocon. As you can see here, I have the Osensa system and the Optocon system, each with the probe attached. I'll be comparing each product and their software, so without any more wait, let's get right into the comparison. We'll be comparing each product's software. Got Osensa software here and Opticon software is here. This one is the OsensaView Pro, which you do have to pay a little bit extra money for, but it is totally worth it in my opinion for how many more features you can get, because it does come with this graph view which you don't get in the basic version. However, the basic version does come with this digital view that has a lot of features to begin with. So I'm going to be starting off taking a look at Osensa software here, and, going into digital view first. This is what will pop up first. You got the device ID, channel. You can run a ton of different channels at the same time if that's what you want to do. Temperature and status, if it's working or not. Over here is the reading time, which is in milliseconds. The default is 500 milliseconds, but you can bring it down all the way to 30 milliseconds if you want it to be really fast, if you want the reading time to be really fast and quick. Then you got the units over here. The cool thing about this software, you can go into display settings and you can display all these different statistics, all these different values. You can also change the number of rows so that you can have more channels to run at the same time. You can also change the window size, which works for maximum, minimum, temperature and standard deviation. So if you wanted to, let's say, do a test to find the maximum temperature over a 5-minute period, you could change the window size to 5 minutes so that you could find the maximum temperature for that 5 minutes, which is really handy for collecting statistics. So you got all these different values that you can look at for collecting statistics, and if you're running different tests and such. You got mean, standard deviation, maximum, minimum, temperature, decay, average decay, and you got all this. The other thing under view is the graph view, which, like I said, comes with the Pro version. You can have two graphs opened up at the same time, displaying different things if that's what you want to do. You can also record the graph, which will record into Microsoft Excel. You can choose which axis the channel will show up on for the graph. You can also change the window size as well for this. You can change the time units, seconds, minutes, or hours. You can change the time that it records, so for how long the graph will record. You can see exactly what it looks like right here. If I right click, I can go into data selection, where I can select exactly what kind of data I want to display for the graph. I can change it to any one of these, which I think is really cool and useful. But I'm just going to leave it on temperature right now. If I go over here, this is where all the statistics are, And like the digital view, I can right click statistics settings and I can display all this different data. I can even enter a separate window size for these statistics so that it's different from the graph. Just like digital view, I can change it to whatever time I want for whatever I'm doing. Some other cool features of the Osensa software are these calibration and config settings in the software. I can load a calibration table, or I can go into table editor and do my own calibration. I can also go into config, go into device config, and I can configure each channel, change the 0, the span, probe alarm, change the offset even. I think this is really cool and something that I really like about this software. Just how much customization and features you can get with it. Now moving on to the Optocon software. As you can see, it automatically reads the temperature, but that's basically all it can do. You can't display anything else like the Osensa software. You can't display deviation, the minimum or maximum temperature, nothing like that. If I go into diagram, I can open up a diagram for a selected channel. I don't have the channel connected right now, so you won't be able to see it, but I will show you the options that you can change for it. There's not really much to change. You can change the x-axis, which is for time, the minimum and maximum. You can have it as a fixed range. You can scroll. You can also change the y-axis, which is the temperature, so you can have a minimum and maximum temperature that shows on the graph. That's basically all you can do with it. Another thing for this software is this log jobs, which is essentially just the exact same thing as the diagram. It's just a graph, but the only difference is you can actually record this into Microsoft Excel, but it has the exact same options and it looks the exact same as the diagram. Another feature of the Optocon software is this module configuration. There's not many things you can change, but you can change the temperature offset and the average count. Other than that, the software doesn't have any more features or customization, so it's pretty basic compared to Osensa software. Alright, so now I'm going to run a little bit of a test for each software. We're going to see how each software reacts if I put the product sensor into a cup of hot boiling water or a cup of freezing cold ice water. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with the Optocon software. Right now, the sensor is picking up the room temperature, which is about 26 degrees Celsius right now. So let's see how it reacts if I put it in hot boiling water. As you can see, the temperature read very slow. It changed about every 2 seconds and it's going up very slow right now. It's all the way up to 69.1 degrees Celsius, now 68.7. But as you can see, the software, it's reading very slow, and it's changing really slow, basically. Now if I take it out, we'll see how fast it can go back down to room temperature. So what I'm seeing with this system is that it reads the temperature very slow. So basically every 2 seconds it'll go up or go down in temperature depending on what you're doing. So let's see how it reacts to some ice cold water now. So it goes down all the way to 6.8 degrees Celsius. But it's very choppy. Like it'll be at 20 degrees and then it'll go down to 16 degrees after 2 seconds. Then another 2 seconds to get down to 6 degrees. Which is not very good. I don't like that very much. I wish it was a lot faster. So yeah, that is Optocon's system. Now we will be testing Osensa's system. Now I will be testing Osensa's software to see just how fast it can react to the cold and hot waters and see what it can do. Alright, so I'm gonna have it at 30 milliseconds reading time just to see how fast it can read the temperature. So let's start that up. So the room temperature is about 25 degrees. Let's see how it reacts to some boiling hot water. Whoa, as you can see, numbers flying all over the place. Osensa's software goes up to two decimal points, which is super nice. It's going extremely fast. And unlike the other software, you can see all these different values, all this different data. See just how fast it goes. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in cold water right now. Look how fast it picks up. So much faster than Optocon's system. You can see the decimals, the 2 decimal places, and all these other things. Okay, so now I'm going to stop it, and I will go into the graph view. Okay, so now we're in the graph view. Let's get rid of some of these statistics so that we can see the graph better. Alright, so we're doing the same test. See how the graph reacts. Hot water. Boom, you can see it shoot up. If you were recording statistics for the for the minimum or maximum temperature, I could go back into the settings and change the window size. But I just have everything as default right now. Boom, 56, picking up very fast. Now let's put it into some cold water, and the graph shoots back down very quickly, very smoothly, very nice. I really like this software because of that. Picks up on everything very fast, lots of different features, lots of different data you can see, unlike Optocon software. And there we go, that's it for the test. That's about it for my comparison between Osensa and Optocon software. After all this, I'd have to say Osensa software is simply better for how many more features you get within the software. There are so many different display options, and it's really handy and useful, and is what I really like about the software. It also reads temperature much faster, as we saw in the test, compared to Optocon's, which reads it very, very slowly and choppy. So that's about it for my comparison, guys. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.